shopped around all the different lots and ended up finding one that we liked.
It's a great car. I get in it every time and say, this is the neatest car. This is the best thing we ever did.
Experience a better way to purchase your next vehicle at Stephen Wade today.
This is an STG News video cast. Andy Griffin here with Coach James Brown. Unfortunately, not as happy as he might have been had things been a little different a few minutes ago. But, Coach, you've been around a basketball game a long time, and sometimes you just have nights like this. Tell me a little bit about maybe why what happened.
You know, I'm not exactly sure, other than I think it got a little more physical than what we're used to early. And our kids just didn't respond to the physical play, and we just weren't ready for it, and we didn't adjust to it, and we didn't make free throws. We didn't get shots to go down. They were just more physically and aggressive than we were.
It reminded me a little bit of your Dixie game from a week or two ago, except that it seemed like Bear River never really cooled down. Plus, they're a very quick team, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very athletic. They're long. They are quick, and legs for us were not there. I mean, you could tell they were going by us in a hurry. So, we just didn't adjust very well, and my kids battled. They certainly could have just quit, but They did.
Yeah, and that's one thing I can really appreciate, Coach, is you guys were out there. Guys like Chandler Gines and Nate Godfredson and Jake Fry, every one of them just out there saying, I don't care what the score is, I'm going to give you everything I have, I guess, huh?
And they do. That's why they've always been, and, they're great kids, and they battle, and they work hard. They do what they're asked to do. They give you everything they have. And it's like I told them, I said, guys, this doesn't define you. This was one bad day. And unfortunately for us, it was a bad day.
What do you do now, Coach? I mean, you have a consolation, a third-place game tomorrow, and you've been around the game a long time. You know, like I do, that it's got to be the hardest game in the whole world to play because the kids are completely deflated right now, and then somehow you've got to get them back up again for a game tomorrow. How do you do that?
Yeah, we just talked about this is a game about character. Who we represent, who do we wear on our chest. It's a pride game, and it's hard. It's hard to get up for something like that when that you had an opportunity to play, and then the next game and didn't take care of it. But you're absolutely right. They're gonna have to lick their wounds up tonight and see what kind of character we got tomorrow.
Back to early part of this game, Coach. It just seemed like, it's like you were trying to stop the bleeding. You were calling timeouts and you were getting your guys together and saying, we got to do this and this and this, but nothing seemed to work. Is it just one of those things, one of those night kind of things?
I think so, and like I say, just the physical play. We get physical play down at our place, but I've never seen anything like that for a long time.
And what much the refs could do, they could have called a foul every single time, but then everybody would have fouled out, and you and I would have had to gone out there and play.
Yeah, and certainly we're not blaming anything on the officials.
Right.
That's a tough job that they got, but it's just we didn't adjust.
All right. Well, Coach, it's been great working with you this year. I appreciate your patience, and the Warrior Nation will rise again.
Yeah, we'll just have to regroup and try again.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow. Thanks, James.
Thank you.
I'm here with Coach Casey Winters, head coach of the Bear River Bears. Coach, I got to admit it, I watched you play. You were a tough guy in basketball. I mean, you were hard as nails. It seems like to me your Bears reflect your personality. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Sure. That's one of the reasons why I was attracted to Bear River, because I'd seen them play before, and some of those kids already have that mentality. But between myself and Coach Jared Miller, who I never saw play, but played at BYU and overseas, I imagine he was the same. And our boys, they do play hard. They get after it defensively, they rebound, and that's one thing that we've talked about all season, is just playing as hard as you can, and they did that tonight, and it paid off.
We talked with Coach Brown a little bit about a very physical game to start with, a lot of banging and pounding, and to the refs' credit, they tried to keep it down a little bit. But when you get in a rough physical game like that, one team has to step up to match the other team's physicality, and Coach Brown at least didn't feel like that he quite did that with you guys. Do you think that was one of the keys of the game?
It was, but I don't know if I agree with him. I thought they were plenty physical, but both teams were. And we knew that from last night. I mean, they have some big kids, and they attack the basket hard, and so we knew it was going to be a physical game. We did think it was a key to the game. We did foul a little bit too much and put them on the line, but luckily we had a big enough lead that it didn't impact us too much. We like that style of play as long as we can get away with it.
You know, and I wanted to say something. I don't know if you watched too much from last season, but Region 9 had 4 teams in the Final Four last season. To me, a game like this that shows how good basketball is throughout the state, Bear River, Morgan, around the state of Utah, shows what an accomplishment that was for the Southern Utah teams last year to have 4 teams in.
Sure, absolutely, and you know, the Southern region. I mean, that was kind of a phenomenon of how good all those teams were. You know, and they earned it. And this year, you know, we thought we maybe caught up to them a little bit, where the Southern teams graduated a lot of kids. You know, we thought we would have a chance. You know, Morgan's a great team. Ben Lomond is a great team. And so, you know, just like with the Southern teams, their region play prepares them for the state tournament. And we thought the same thing in our region this year.
You lost 2 games, I think, by 1 point to Morgan this season.
Morgan,
so
yeah.
That's got to be something that sticks in everybody's mind at Bear River.
Sure. And you know, we may get another shot at them tomorrow, and you know, hopefully we're on the other side of that. But you know, all we can ask that our boys play as hard as they can and good things happen.
Former Dixie State star, now Bear River head coach Casey Winters. Thanks, man.
Thank you.